What's up, guys? It's Scott from Hex RC. This week on What's in My Kit Wednesday, we're going to be going over my Hex Drivers. What's up, guys? It's Scott from Hex RC. This week on What's in My Kit Wednesday, I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I said, well, what's something that no one can live without? And Hex Drivers. Everybody moves up from Allen keys to Hex Drivers at some point. Usually it's pretty quick because you get annoyed building kits with Allen keys, I can promise you. But when you do move up, it's how good of ones you move up to. If you're like me, you started with some really low end ones and then you slowly moved up until you got to where you wanted to be. So, and for me, I finally got there. MIP, the amber handles, they just work. They're absolutely great, and I can't live without them. So what I've got here is the handled ones is 0.050. I've got 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5. Then for the regular drivers for like the drills and stuff like that, I got 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, and 3/30 seconds for the old Team Associated stuff. These can go in a drill, or you can put them into a 1/4 inch drive handle and use them like one of the handle ones if you have to. For me, if I'm going on to a trail, if I'm like doing scaling for the day, I'll take all these and then I'll take the handle as well. And that way I've got 3 different tools and not a lot of stuff to carry. So, but why MIP? When I got these back in the day, I'd been really sick and tired of the crappy drivers that I was getting. I was getting the cheap ones, putting them in a drill, and then stripping stuff out with them because they just weren't quality. They weren't quite 1.5. They're a little less, and they would strip out after a while. So I just said the heck with it, and then started buying MIP tools, and they're just great. So when I saw how great the drivers worked, I went ahead and started getting the handled ones as well, and just no complaints at all. For the warranty stuff, the only issue that I've ever had, I wouldn't even call it an issue because it actually turned out to be something really great, is I broke a 1.5. I had the 1.5 driver into a handle, like I was talking about, working on a Wraith, and I was trying to take the little screw shaft thing out of the drive shaft on the Wraith, and it was too tight in there and just broke. So not being real familiar with the warranty stuff and being lazy and not wanting to look up and do a lot of research, I called him up and said, hey, look, I just broke this driver. What can I do to replace it? And he said, well, unfortunately, you talked to Matt, but Matt's away racing this weekend or at an event, so he won't be back till next week. I said, okay, no worries. I'll call him back on Monday. And they're like, oh, well, actually, here's his number. Give him a ring. So they gave me Matt's number, and I called him up and went to voicemail. So I just left him a message. Said, hey, this is Scott. I broke a Hex driver. They told me to give you a call. I hate to bug you. I said, I'll call you back on Monday. Within an hour, Matt had called me back, and he's like, hey, this is Matt. Heard you broke one of our drivers. How can I help you? And I was just blown away that he called me back on his weekend. So thanks for that, Matt. That's absolutely doing it right there. You guys are awesome. So then within 10 minutes, I think it was, we had it sorted out, and then there was going to be a new one on the way Monday morning. I'm not going to get into price, how much it costs, and all this stuff, or anything like that, because it's probably changed since then. It's been a while since I've done it, so I'm not going to throw out any numbers or anything like that. So just check out their website, give them a call if you have to, and you get your information from that way. One thing I will say is these have been endorsed by some of my favorite YouTube people. Jason Snyder from Short Course World. He did a review video on it and had no complaints. He really liked them. Rich from RC Network, same thing. He done the video and he said he really liked them. I'll leave links in the description for their channel, so go check them out. Make sure you click subscribe. Those guys are putting out some great videos and been entertaining all of us for a long time, so make sure you check them out regularly. But that's it. Like I said, they just work and they're quality. So if you want something that you're not going to have to buy again, for me, it's MIP. They've been in my kit for a long time, and they're going to stay there. So that's all I got. We'll see you guys around the channel, and we'll see you on the track.